Welcome to Gyan Pravah, podcast series started by Dr. Sunita Tandulwadkar, President Fogsi. Dr. Tandulwadkar, you are a gem. You are a diamond with so many facets. Whether to introduce you as a laparoscopic surgeon, as an IVF specialist, as the leader of Fogsi, or today who's somebody into regenerative medicine, you have so many facets, all of which shine so bright. You are indeed a source of inspiration to all of us, and we're really proud and happy to be working along with you as chairpersons of Fogsi. I, Dr. Charulata Bape, take this opportunity to say a big hello to Dr. Sunita, and over to you for your words.
Thank you, Charu. Thank you for your generous use of words. And I'm so thankful that each and every committee chairperson are coming out with such a beautiful personalities who are achiever, who can guide us. Padmashree Lila Poonawalla, Madam, we at Fogsi are thankful that today you are on a Fogsi platform. Our 30 committee chairperson in Fogsi, there are 30 committee chairperson, they belong pan-India, and every day is allocated to one committee chairperson. So 30 days, 30 committee chairperson on same date, they come with the faculty. I join just to say hello to faculty and give my regards on behalf of Fogsi to be on our podcast series. 365 days commitment to join every day at 8 p.m. was a huge task. But I thought, we are devoting our 365 days to Fogsi. Let me do that as well. Believe me, initially it was looked upon as a task to join. Now, last 2.5 months, I'm enjoying every day because we get to interact with the personalities from various backgrounds, from social, sport, political, spiritual, and academic backgrounds. Just a couple of days earlier, we had Mr. Nitin Gadkari with us to interact. So I think we all are evolving, learning a lot from various backgrounds, and it's adding so much to the Fogsi as a Gyan Pravah podcast series, which are going to be on a Fogsi platform, I think, for a lifelong. So it will be wonderful. Our protocol is once we hear your introduction, it will be you and Charu who will be doing the dialogue, and I'll be joining from the viewers link. These all my youngsters are the future leaders of Fogsi. And by these podcast series, I think how to be interacting with the leaders, how to have the dialogue with them. They are showcasing their leadership quality. They are also evolving with every month. And I'm glad that I'm having such a talented all chairpersons with me. Thank you, Charu, for this beautiful podcast. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Dr. Sunita. As I said, it is indeed our proud privilege to be here today on sharing screen space with you and none other than Padmashree Lila Poonawalla, our guest speaker for today. Let me introduce the Iron Lady of Pune to all of you. She has been, she's come from the city of Hyderabad in Pakistan as a refugee to our city. And she was one of the first mechanical engineer, one of the first woman mechanical engineer passing out from the College of Engineering, Pune, that is COEP. Madam has been given or awarded the Padmashree in 1989 for her success in international business. She started the Lila Poonawalla Foundation in 1996 for supporting the girl child, which is such an important initiative. And until today, she has given 80,000 scholarships to close to 17,000 girls. So I don't think there is anybody in Pune and even outside Pune who doesn't know about this fantastic foundation. And as luck would be, it's Lila is her foundation, which stands for Leading Indian Ladies Ahead, which is also Madam's name. She has been the first woman CEO at Alpha Level, and she has won so many awards. She has so many, prestigious awards to her name. One of the most important being, of course, the Padmashree. Welcome, Lila Poonawalla, ma'am. And we are really, really fortunate to have you with us on our podcast today.
Honestly,
Thank
nice.
you. And three people, all the three from Pune with the red maroon shade. It's the coincidence.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Lovely meeting you, ma'am. And we'll definitely catch up with you.
I'm
Thank you.
happy to meet you. I'm also very happy to meet you, Sunita.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, as we were discussing, Leela ji, that your journey from a refugee to becoming India's first female CEO of a multinational company is truly extraordinary. I think, all of us tend to say that I come from such simple background. I come from a rural background. Nobody really helped me, supported me. How can I become big? How can I grow? I have nothing with me. So, your story is definitely going to be very inspiring to all our viewers. Could we have a little bit about it?
Well, I don't know what you mean by story. I don't have any story to tell. It's a life that I've lived. Yes, I did come here as a refugee, but I did not come with what you say that, okay, I felt that I'm a refugee, so I don't have anything and I can't do anything. I just grew up as any other child would grow up in the environment in which you are there. And that's how I grew up as a child. I started with a simple Marathi school in Pune, municipal school, sitting on the floor with 1 rupee fee, not 1 rupee, 1 paisa fee.
Oh,
We had to pay the round big coin that was there.
Dhabbu Paisa.
Yeah, Fule Market, near Fule Market. So I started like any other child would start. And after a couple of years in that school, my mother felt that it's good that I go to an English school so that I can start to grow a little better. So she found this Mount Carmel school, which is a convent school. Fees were
Right.
very little. And so therefore, she put me in that school. And we had to go by bus because this school was very far. And we were 5 children. My mother had 5 children, 4 boys and me.
Oh,
Yes, so but she couldn't afford to send all of us to school in the bus. So the elder 3 boys went by walking.
oh,
My younger brother and me, we went by bus because that's what she could afford. And that's how
okay.
we started our life. And we did not know there's any difference. We thought we are supposed to go by bus, they're supposed to go walking because they're boys. That's how my school started. And from school, I slowly grew up and went up. I was not very good at studies in school.
Really?
Yeah, I used to always, nowadays we call it 80-KT. I always used to fail in 2, 3 subjects. About 8th standard, I was just being promoted in spite of failing. Then one day my teacher called me and told me, why are you not focusing on your studies?
Acha.
Well, I said, I'm studying. Saying, no, you're more focused on sports and other things than studies. Focus on your studies, you really can do it. You have the capacity to do it. Her words that you have the capacity to do it and you can do it, I think got into me straight away. And I just started to perform. And I performed, I stood second in the whole school at the
Wow.
10th standard and then 11th standard. That time we used to have 11. I
Correct.
stood distinction and above. I was surprised at myself that how I could do it. What I'm trying to say through this, that a little motivation
Yeah.
from your teachers or your elders can make miracles happen to children.
Right.
Instead of all the time scolding the children, you're not studying, you're not doing this, you do this like this. She just said, you have the capacity, you have the capability. Lila, just try. And that is it.
Wow.
What made the change. The message I'm trying to give is that you should try to motivate young children to, perform to the best that they can. If you believe in them, they will start to believe in themselves.
Wow, that was a fantastic sentence you told us. Because as you rightly said, we tend to keep nagging them and maybe sometimes getting too angry with them or comparing with them with other students. And I think that is probably where most of us do go wrong as far as being parents is concerned. And your teacher really did one of the most fantastic things to inspire you and see where you reached. You reached the College of Engineering of Pune, which is such a reputed institute, and to go into mechanical engineering. I mean, I'm sure that very, very few women or barely 1 or 2 must be going into engineering. And so how engineering and how were your days over there with, so many boys and just hardly any girls?
Well, I first of all chose engineering because I wanted to do something different.
Okay.
Then, my mother was not educated. And I had no father. My father had expired even before we came to India,
Oh my
before
God.
partition. So we came here largely as five orphan children with mother and grandparents. So
Oh
my
my
mother
God.
really had a tough time in bringing us
Oh
up.
my God.
Five children to bring up was not a joke for her. But then she never sort of scolded us because she herself didn't know what it means to get educated. So there was no question say you're not performing well or not. It was only the teachers who did it. And then when I wanted to do engineering, she did not understand what is engineering. I only told her it is something different. And then I told my elder brothers, of course, understood what I'm trying to do. So
Right.
they were also not very keen. Then I said, if you don't allow me to become an engineer, then I'll go and become an air hostess. Now, that they did not like. In those days, air hostess was not supposed to be a good profession. So they said, okay, this is less of the evil. You go and become an engineer. And that's how I got into mechanical engineering because I wanted to do something different.
My goodness.
And I started, and actually speaking, I really didn't feel that I'm doing something very special compared to the boys. They also had to struggle to get
Yes.
through this. And we also had to struggle. In fact, in a way, you can say that we struggled a little bit more, but they were there to help us. It was when
Mm,
we were doing the workshops that we needed some help, to cutting the metal, and they used to help. They were very helpful.
nice.
Yes, so we just went through, like any other student, we went through college. In fact, we had more fun in the college than probably the boys were having.
So any special privileges for because you were a woman, a lady in the
No,
college?
no, no privilege. I've never asked for any privileges and didn't want any privileges. In
Wow,
fact,
well
I'm the
said.
one who introduced girls playing cricket when I was in mechanical engineering. We had
Oh.
cricket match, professors and girls together because we are not many girls. Professors and girls together with boys. We lost, but we played.
So sports also seems to, be a favorite of yours. So
Yeah.
any other sport that you really enjoy?
I represented Maharashtra for hockey. I also
Oh,
played badminton. I represented state for badminton. So
oh
I
my,
was a good hockey player and badminton player. And of
oh
course, we
my,
played baseball in those days. Baseball is not known any nowadays. Nobody
now
plays
it's not
baseball.
known. Yes,
But
no.
in our time, we used to play baseball. It was a very interesting sport. Yes. And I was, of course, in the school, I was the leader for the PT. Every morning PT, I would be standing on the table and doing the PT, and everybody had to follow. I have been kind of a leader, not I define now as a leader, but that time I was always in the forefront.
Okay,
I was always in
interesting.
the forefront because I was more like a boy than a girl. To tell you honestly, I was a fighter. I would stand up for myself.
Right, right. I think that is something very important that you mentioned that sometimes we as women, tend to say that it's a man's world and how can I get an opportunity in this world? But you proved all of these people wrong when you became the first woman CEO at Alpha Level. And I'm sure you must have had your share of struggle. But I think that these leadership qualities of yours this self-belief and self-motivation must have been quite responsible for you reaching where you reached. But how was your journey as a CEO? I mean, I'm sure you must have started at the lower rung and then moved up. Did you find anything like the glass ceiling, like what people claim that it is a man's world and women cannot find their foothold over here, or women are paid less than men and they don't get equal opportunities? There is so much going on, in most fields or in most corporate offices. So, what will you have to say about that, Leela ma'am?
Actually, I've never differentiated between a man and woman. I never thought I was a girl. Even when I was in the college, we never thought that I'm a girl. I'm a student.
Oh,
Similarly, when I joined Vulcan Laval, that time it was called Vulcan Laval, now it's Alpha Laval. When I joined Vulcan Laval, I joined as an apprentice. I
yes,
didn't join that I'm a girl apprentice or boy. I worked on the shop floor, which was my need. I said I have to work on the shop floor because if I don't work with my own hands, I will never understand the product. So I worked
yes,
4 years. I worked on the shop floor. I joined them as an apprentice, and through apprentice, I grew every year and went up to become the CEO in the same company
yes.
a job. Because I took the job as it came. As I didn't say that I'm a girl, I can't do it. Please give me an easier job. It is my job. I have to do it. I'm here a worker. I have to work. So there
Very
was
well.
no such question as a girl or a boy. For me, it was a person. I am a person. I've got my goals. I've got my dreams. I will work. And that's how
Wonderful.
I worked on the
I think,
shop floor with the workmen. And when I went for interview, the personal manager asked me, "You're saying you want to work on the shop floor, but you know there are only men on the shop floor." I said, "Yes, so what? I'm also." So what if one man winks at you? What a question to ask for a girl who's come for an interview. I said, "I'll wink back at him." So they said, "What do you mean?" I said, "See, sir, if I come to you with a complaint that that guy is winking at me, you will tell me to go home. You're not going to tell your 1,000 workers to go home. So why talk about things? I have to learn to deal with situations." And that's how it
wow.
started.
Wow.
And then the workers were so friendly with me. They saw the genuineness that I want to learn. I want to work. They used to call me sister. They started calling me sister.
Oh,
I used to tell them I want to operate the machine. They would say, "Sister, you wait. Let us finish our day's production because we can give you our incentive time. We don't want to lose our salary."
yes,
They
yes,
would give
yes.
me the incentive time, and that is how I grew up. And right through when I became the managing director, also they called me sister.
Oh.
Relationships is so important, which people don't believe in. I believed in relationship, and I still believe in relationships.
Oh, so well said. I think, it is exactly how you come across to those people. Like, if you are going to be just like another good human being coming across, I'm sure they would want to treat you as one. And the minute they saw your ability and your willingness to learn, you became a part of their group. And
Yeah, I'm
then
part
it
of
was,
their group.
yes, yes.
Workers were more of my group than the managers.
Oh.
Managers thought I was a threat to them, but workers did not think I was a threat to them. When I started to grow, whatever job I was given, I performed. I took it seriously. I never thought that what next. No, this is a job. It has to be done now, and it's to be done the best. And there was no thinking, I mean, will I get a promotion? Will I? That was never in my thought at all.
Correct. I think it was never,
Okay,
money oriented or just some goal oriented, just doing good work and then everything else follows, I'm sure. So I think that, even
follows. If you are sincere,
the doctors of today also sometimes I feel, that so many people become, do their OBGYN degrees and then they say, oh my God, it is such a difficult branch. You have to get up in the middle of the night for deliveries and who will do deliveries? But I think if you've, but the day you became an MD OBGYN, you signed up for it. And this is what it's going to be. So I think, as you rightly said, if you've signed up for something, nobody has forced you to become it, then you might as well do it 100% wholeheartedly, and then sky is the limit for yours. You're going to keep succeeding
totally
again and
agree with
again.
you. I totally
Ab-
agree with you.
Absolutely. Very true.
It's not
Absolutely.
a doctor. But I used to I got one foreign boss who was
Hmm.
a very funny gentleman, and he wanted to start work only at 9 o'clock in the night.
Oh,
Yeah. So now my work used to be come in the morning, general shift, and my work would get over at 4:35. And he would also be there in the office till 6 o'clock. He would go home, have dinner and all, and come back. And I was that time his executive assistant. Then I
okay.
had to be there because we did all the long range planning, machine buying, investments. He started work only at 9 o'clock. 9 to 4 he used to work.
Oh my goodness.
I was an executive assistant. I had to be there, and I used to work. I never deterred that no, I will not work. Although I
Yes.
was married, we had great understanding between my husband and me that this is the job to be done, and you will do it. And trust is very important. You have to learn to trust each other. If you don't trust each other, you can never make a successful marriage.
Wow.
Tremendous trust that he would drop me and then go home and come and pick me up in the morning.
Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. That is so well said. Because yeah, I think when you get married to a person with so much of talent, so much of caliber, I think not all men are capable of understanding such a strong spouse, and that is where things go wrong. Maybe because women do tend to suffer that they're not allowed to work or not allowed to do a few things, but this trust point that you have raised, madam, between the couple is so important to help them grow better, move ahead, and even reach amazing heights. So I think family support is probably the most important thing. And sometimes I feel that even if your child or your spouse is not going the picture perfect way, we can always suggest to them, speak with them, interact with them, try to show them our point of view, and I'm sure things will move ahead. So this interpersonal relationships that you're saying, Leela ma'am, is that your interpersonal relationship with your bosses in Sweden, with the people who were working under you when you were CEO. How were the problem solving techniques? Because I'm sure the Swedish people had a different way of looking at things, and our Indian staff had a different way of doing things. How did you amalgamate the two?
Again, everything comes through with what you're doing. If you are doing what you're supposed to do and you communicate well, be honest about everything, don't expect anything special for you. Similarly, we need to explain things to each other. We need to tell each other what we are doing, why we are doing, and what we expect to get in return. And if I'm not able to do something, I have to be honest to say that no, don't think I will be able to do this. I need this help. Help for doing the job, not help for my personal needs.
Wow, that is very well said. I think asking for help is most important, and getting it from the right person, and acknowledging their help will also have your good interpersonal relationships and will take you so far ahead.
More than help, I would say it is asking for support rather than help. Help people who are helpless ask for help.
Oh,
Support is those who want to achieve something and need a little bit of support to move ahead. I want to do it, but please give me little support. Not,
wow,
I'm not helpless. If you don't give me, I'll still struggle and do it. But if you give me a little support, I can do it faster.
wow,
So this is very important. Even between my husband and me, communication was very important.
right.
Communication, agreement that you do this, I will do this. This is how we will move around, and actually ensuring that we are honest with each other.
So well said,
We
madam.
all have our shortcomings.
Yeah, because Leela ma'am, we as women, we have to juggle so many balls. You have your professional career, you want your personal growth, you want to look after your family, you want to continue your social life, you want to have a good relationship with your husband, with your friends, and then when you're trying to juggle so many balls, sometimes it happens that just one ball falls down, and then you feel so guilty. Oh my God, I was so busy with my career that my son did not do well in his 10th standard exam, or that my husband and myself drifted apart. So these things can hurt you a lot, and we as women tend to take the guilt onto ourselves. That because of me, things
Martyrs.
are going wrong.
We try to become martyrs. It's not
Oh,
required. It's not required. Remember, men don't have it easy either. It's not that men don't have to juggle. They also have to juggle. They also have to see that they have to look after their family. They go into the office. They have to deal with so many people in the office. They have their own. All that they don't do is probably cook. But that is not important. We do it because we have been trained to do it. And actually speaking, if you want to do something, you'll find time for doing everything.
wow.
If you say it is a burden to me, if you say making my family is a burden, making my family happy is a burden, then you'll always be unhappy. But if you
Oh,
say, I want to make my family happy, I'll do this, they will be happy, I'll get up 1 hour early. What else? I'm not
wow.
going to die if I get up 1 hour early.
Wow.
Now am I going to become 2 kilos less if I sleep 1 hour late? If this thing, मैं ही खाली करूं क्या मेरे लिए ये क्या ये this attitude has to change. I'm
Yes.
doing it because I want to do it. I'm making a cup of tea for you because I want to make a cup of tea.
Oh, so well said.
And
So,
sometimes, we have to do something. We have to do it because that's what's expected of us. Let's convert that to want to.
oh,
Do it, convert it. Arey, I want to do it.
oh my God. I think that's a beautiful sentence.
Changes your whole life when you convert your have to want to. Sometimes a woman has to go to work, not because she wants to go, she wants to be at home to do, but money need, economic needs of the family require that you go. So now you have to do this part of it. So convert it. Get up in the morning, say, I want to go to work. I'm going to enjoy my work. I'm going to do it. I'll cook everything and go. It's no big problem. I'll get up half an hour early. Why? Because I want to go to work.
Beautiful. So well said, madam. I think, have to convert it into want to.
Madam, I don't like being
Oh,
called.
yes, yes. I know, Leela. You don't like to be. called madam. That is true. So I think that coming to the very important topic, as far as at least I am concerned, is the Lila Poonawalla Foundation. You have touched the lives of so many people. My goodness, it is unbelievable. So, what made you start it? How did you go about making it? Did you always think that you wanted an NGO like this, or it just happened? Like, how was that journey?
No, no, I actually wanted to help the girls way back when I started working. Because remember, I came here as a refugee.
True.
I didn't become an engineer on my own. My mama could not afford it. So some friends, richer friends of my grandmother came forward to help.
Oh,
Although the fees were less, they paid my fees. Not only fees, I used to get hand-down clothes from them.
yes,
But you see, at that time, you don't feel this difference because you feel that's life.
that's life. Yes.
Feel you got a hand down, so how I can wear it. Every time I got a frock, I was so happy. I got a pink frock, I got a red frock now. So that is how I grew up. So I always had it in my mind that one day I'm going to do something for some girls. I always had girls in mind. So when
Okay.
I became the managing director in Alfa Laval, in Alfa Laval itself, I started scholarships for the girls of my employees.
Okay.
Those who had passed 10th standard and wanted to study further, I gave them that, okay, your girls, I will give scholarship to them. From that time, I started company scholarship, not my personal,
Okay.
but company had never done that before. I
Right.
persuaded my management and I said, no, we want to do this, we will do it. The complaint from workers came that we want to educate our boys and you are giving us money for girls. I said, you want to educate boys, you want to do it, you go and do it. I want to educate the girls, so let me do what I want to do. So that thought of educating girls came to me long time ago. And then
Right.
when I started to earn reasonably okay, we both are doing well. So we didn't have to build castles. So we were happy with what we had. So
Right.
we started that no, we should do something more. And then came my birthday, 50th birthday.
Okay.
At that time, my company had a kind of very successful managing directors. They would give an award, some very precious gift.
Okay.
I had performed very well, as you know. I had one of the best MDs I was supposed
Yes.
to.
Yes.
And therefore, they held a party for me in Switzerland.
Oh,
Yeah, in the owner's house.
oh
They had
my
a
God.
castle, their turreted castle. They held a party there, and they wanted to give me a gift. So they'd been asking Feroz, what gift should we give? Swiss headquarters means they always think of a Swiss watch,
Watch.
gold
Yeah.
watch and
Yes.
watch.
Yes.
So my husband said that she's not interested in all that. You give
Oh,
something which she would appreciate very much. You give her cash, she wants to do something for the society. That's how it started. They gave me as a gift 100,000 Swiss francs.
oh my God. At that time.
Okay. And I've got they gave me a big write-up also. It's there in my office now. What do they call it? Paper is very thin paper on which they wrote and gave it. When original British
Oh,
days,
papyrus.
yeah, that's
Okay. Okay.
it's written on that, and they gave me 100,000 Swiss francs as the gift. So
Wow.
that came as a gift on my 50th birthday. And then I said, no, now I must retire. So I retired much earlier. So then I
Acha.
got my provident fund, I got gratuity, I got superannuation. I merged all that together and we started the foundation. We
Oh my
started
God.
with 20 girls with our own funding this way. And then I have never looked back. And Kiran Bedi was the first chief guest of my foundation. And
Okay.
she said, Lila, you started something. How are you going to manage this? I said, I will manage it. See, if you can survive for 10 years, I will again come as a chief guest. And she kept a promise. She came
Oh,
for 10th
wow.
year, she came for 20th year. Now she's going to come for 30th year.
Oh my God, big round of applause for that. And genuinely, such a noble thought, such as genuine that to give what is yours, it doesn't come very easy. So you really have to have a very large heart for that, and for doing it consistently over a period of so many years, 30 years now, close to, is even more creditable. But how do you choose the girls? Is there any way that you make sure that the money is used for that girl's education itself, or once given, it's done.
That of course, that's where the management comes into the picture. I'm a good manager also.
I'm sure.
So when we started, we had made a trustee board. I had 5 trustees, and we all 5 used to sit together. We used to ask for applications,
Okay.
and and I was reasonably popular with the press because I was the first woman managing director. So most of the press knew me. Most of the press wanted to cover everything that I'm saying or doing. So when I said I'm starting scholarship, they all published it in the paper. The scholarship available, please apply. So I
Correct.
got lots of applications, and
Correct.
then we whole board of we sat together and we ran through it, and we had actually interview of each girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wow.
we interviewed every girl, and that's how we selected the 2 girls. The first batch was 20 girls, from which 5 girls we sent overseas and 15 girls locally.
Oh,
And we were sending
goodness.
overseas till 2012. We were sending girls overseas also. Then we stopped because the rupee started to devalue. Banks started to give easy loans for overseas studies. We said,
Okay.
let them do it, and in that money I could support more girls here. And
Okay.
that's how it started. I started with my own funds, 20 girls, then family pooled in a little, friends pooled in a little.
Beautiful.
Slowly, people started to pool in a little. Then organizations woke up. They says, okay, we want engineers. Can you go in for this engineering? Can you do this? I say, yes, I can do this if you give me funding. And that's how the funding started to pour in. And that's how we have grown.
And
I
of
put
course,
in as much as I can when it is needed, but I get a lot of now funds with the CSR coming in. I get more
correct,
funds.
correct. And I think considering that
And
Leela Poonawalla is
is
heading, sorry?
we advertise for the scholarships.
Okay.
How we select, advertise for the scholarships, and we send out posters now to the college. Now, of course, by and large, we are known. So
Yes,
everybody waits announcement in June. We put the
absolutely.
announcement in June when it comes, and then we get applications online. First, we were getting hard copies. Now we get online applications. We go through those applications. There are criteria. They have to secure certain marks, certain income level has to be so and so.
Yes.
Then they have 100% they have to go through interview. There's a panel of 5 people who interviews the girls. Yeah.
Beautiful.
2 are my senior girls now because they are helping out now.
Yes.
Earlier only trustees used to do, now senior girls. 2 external members, 1 from the office. That's how a panel of 5 is made, and the girls are selected. And after that selection, then it's top-down score. There's a personal statement. They give some marks. There's marks given to the academics. Then there's a marks given to the income. Poorer the girl, higher the marks.
Correct.
Cleverer the girl, higher the marks. And interview also accordingly depending on, and then the marks are averaged out. Then we
Right.
get top-down average to the select. But we don't stop there. There are many girls who are little at the bottom. They don't go through the top level. But they are orphans, or they are single
Yes.
parents, or there is
Yes.
some special need that they need to support. So we pick them up. We give them a
Beautiful.
little extra bit of efforts to see that we pick them up. And that's
Right.
how we pick the girls. Then we have an award function, we give them, and then comes the claims. Claims are that they have to bring the receipt. Earlier, first 2 batches we gave check.
Okay.
But then we realized that the money is not being used properly.
Right.
Some girls just disappeared taking the check. So we stopped there. Then we said we'll start reimbursement. You pay the fee and come and collect it. And if you
Right.
can't pay the fee, get a letter from your college that you have been admitted. This is your fees. We'll send the fee to the college.
Okay.
This way ensure that the money is used for what we are giving.
Right.
And
Right.
earlier we used to do very few training programs. Now, because the competition is so high, we do many training programs, especially technical training programs.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So y'all really groom the girls overall, looks like. Leela, have we lost you? There was a small glitch, I think, in the net. So I think that is such a big thing that is being going on. And so all our online viewers, please make sure that if you know somebody who's needy and who's good, Poonawalla Foundation is the place that you will get the right kind of guidance as well as the funding.
We
So
do engineering, we do pharmacy, we do nursing, we do diploma to engineering, we do post-graduation, and we also work with 14 schools. Where
oh,
we pick up the child in the 7th standard and take her till graduation. That's 10 years. We
wow.
guarantee her 10 years if she continues to perform.
Fantastic. That is really creditable. And I'm sure that so many families have benefited from this wonderful foundation, and the kind of goodwill that Leela has accumulated is really mind-blowing. And that is all what, converted probably into the Padmashree. I think
No.
it all gave the Padmashree was before.
Padmashree much before I started the foundation.
Oh my God.
It's not recognized by social work at all, and I don't care. That's not important. Padmashree I got for my business. When I took over as a managing director, before that itself, I had done great, export business in Soviet Union. That time,
Oh,
India was lacking foreign currency. They had no foreign currency, and USSR also had no foreign currency, but they needed equipment. So what I found a way which I used what India was doing. They had a rupee trade agreement with USSR.
okay.
India and USSR had a rupee trade agreement, and that used to allow us to import in dollars and export in rupees.
Oh,
Add value here. You could import up to 40% and you could add 60% Indian value and export it to USSR. It will
oh,
consider it. I used that. So my boss in Sweden were also happy because I got 40% from them. I
yes.
did value here, work here, workers worked, turned that material into goods, and we gave it to USSR. And this, that time I used to get orders worth 16, $17 million. It
Oh
was
my God.
big business for India. It is for this that I got recognition from the government.
Oh my God.
Not for social, because I got Padmashree in 89. And
Correct.
the foundation I started in
Fantastic.
1995,
That's
94.
right. That's right. So, I mean, you were a trained engineer, but look at your skills at, making use of the policies and growing the business of your company to such a great extent. Because sometimes we as doctors feel that, Arey, we have been trained to do surgeries and we've been trained to look after our patients. But how does one run a clinic, or how does one run a hospital? Or how does one look after an establishment? We don't have the right know-how. But you are an inspiration for us even here, because although you have been an engineer, you reached such a fantastic entrepreneur level that you got a Padmashree for the same. And it must have been such an overwhelming feeling to receive the Padmashree from at in Delhi
Ram at that time, he was the president.
from the president. I'm sure it must have been a beautiful feeling, and we are indeed proud to have a Puneite receiving the Padmashree so way back. So just our heartfelt congratulations once again from our side to you, Leela, for all the fantastic work that you've been doing all these years. But you said that you retired at 50 after your 50th birthday.
Five,
But
55. I retired at 55.
okay, but a woman like you, I'm sure, never retires.
No,
You
retired from Alfa Laval.
correct.
Because I wanted to focus more on this work. And then, of course, I did a part-time work outside, like board members and consultants and helping other people. Export business is something that I help many companies.
Right. You
But
must be a consultant to them.
my time and my space. I wanted to do foundation work. So we started that work more sincerely. And
Right.
many other things. I still am on the boards of companies, but that is professionally you have to maintain yourself, because you have to earn with one hand and give with one hand.
Well
You
said.
can't only say I'm giving, you only I'm taking. Take and give, take and give. Become a Robin Hood in your life.
Oh, well said. That is a very nice thing to say. So, I'm sure that you're continuing your good work. But in all this, so many things that you're doing, did you find time to cultivate any hobbies? And I know you have a great circle of friends.
I've got plenty of hobbies.
Okay.
I am a collector of items because I have traveled more than 70, 80 countries.
Oh
I,
gosh.
I am a collector of souvenirs. I've got a collection of over maybe 250 cows.
Oh,
Got about 5,000 matchboxes.
acha.
Yes, and I've got some 50 or 60 clocks. I've got different types of collections. I've
Really?
got books, a library of about 5,000 books. And
Oh,
I collect photographs. I mean, I love photography. I've got close to around 40,000 pictures and all cardexed.
really?
I've got a software computer program I've developed long time ago for all these hobbies. I've got also, I was very, interested in inviting people home. So I've got the guest list who all have come to my home and what have I given them to eat when they came. So that when they
Oh
come
my,
next time, I see that I don't give them the same menu.
oh my God, you are such
I'm
a
a very
perfectionist.
organized person.
So organized, madam. Oh, Leela. I mean, genuinely, there are so many things I came to know about you today, and I think,
Come home, I will show you what my collection is like.
yeah, I'm going to make sure I come.
You need a full day to see only what I've got.
Oh, I will be a blessed and honored person if I can come and see all that you told me about, Leela, and maybe we'll get Frenny also along with us, and we'll have a gala time because your friends are circles.
Pranima is the one who did the first puja of my house before I
Really?
moved into my own home. That's
Oh
why we
my
call her Pranima.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable. My goodness, genuinely. I think the kind of friends that you have collected, these wonderful hobbies that you have, this entrepreneurship that you really cultivated at a time when all these things were not known and heard about, and of course, the philanthropy that you're doing has made you into a complete person, Leela. And I am so blessed and honored to be able to interview you through this podcast of Gyan Pravah, started by Dr. Sunita Tandulwadkar. I got an opportunity to peep into the beautiful life that you have been leading. And I wish you a lot of love, happiness, health, and prosperity. And do keep me in your mind and heart. And I would really be very, very happy to come over to your place and get even further enriched in your company.
I also would like to mention you one about that export business that I was talking about. I made Sweden very, happy that I could import. Because of that, King of Sweden has given me 2 awards.
Oh my goodness.
Naming me as the officer of the Royal Order first, way back in 2000, and naming me as the commander of the Royal Order in 2019. So these are the two big awards King himself has given me.
Oh my goodness. And I'm sure Swedish people must be so particular about what they
Call me
do.
Sweden wala, not Poonawalla.
So we are, heartiest congratulations for all these awards. And I just want to mention to our viewers that Leela was wondering why I wanted to interview her. She said, no, I don't want to come on any such interview. And the youngsters don't listen to me. And y'all are very different, and our thoughts were different. But Leela, I really want to tell you that your story has really been inspirational to us. And you may think that the youth doesn't things differently, but stories like yours, of self-made women is going to motivate so many other women all across the length and the breadth of this country, that I really want to thank you sincerely for sparing this time to be a part of this podcast. And thank you once again. Thank you to Harshali, your assistant, who made sure that everything worked out well. And of course, to the support team of Gyan Pravah, which is the Evangel team. Thank you very much. Leela?
Last message to you
Yes,
and all
please.
the young people. Just remember, life does not give you joy and happiness until you will it. Life gives you time and space. It's up to you how you fill it.
Wow. That is such a beautiful sentence. And I think everybody has the same amount of time and space. And if we
How
can
you fill it.
how we make good use of it is probably what will take us and make us at least somewhere close to what you are, Leela.
You can even go beyond me. I'm not the nirvana.
Currently, we look upon you as our idol, and we really wish देणाऱ्याने देत राहावे, घेणाऱ्याने घेत राहावे, घेणाऱ्याने घेता घेता देणाऱ्याचे हातही घ्यावे. So Leela, I really wish that through this podcast and this interaction, I too understand the value of giving, and this selflessness, if it passes on to me, that will be one of the best things. And I sure hope that when I meet you next, I tell you a little about what positive thing I could do for society.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leela. Thank you. Pleasure speaking with you.
Goodbye. Goodbye to all your friends and your viewers.
Yes, thank you so much.
All the best to you all.
Thank you.